Hello friends, in this video we are going to see about a merchant circle. So first of all we will see what is the use of merchant circle. So here we can say that the merchant circle diagram is used to identify the relationship between the various forces and the angle which is responsible for any machining process. So here we will consider one example. So this is our workpiece, this is our tool, and because of the force which is acting over the workpiece we get here chip formation. So we know that during any machining processes, when we apply the force over the workpiece with the help of tool, then there is a shearing action in between the tool and the workpiece, and because of that shearing action unwanted material removal takes place. So this is our shear plane, this is our shear plane. So here we can say that if we draw one horizontal line with the shear plane, so this angle represent the shear angle. So phi indicate here the shear angle, and if we draw the vertical line along the tool tip, then the angle between the vertical line and the tool face is called as alpha, and that alpha indicate the tool rake angle, will indicate the tool rake angle. So here first of all we will discuss the two set of force which is acting during the machining process. So first force is cutting force and second force is feed force. So here first force is cutting force which is indicated by letter FH, and second force is feed force which is indicated by FV. So generally this cutting force is greater than the feed force, and this cutting force is also perpendicular to the feed force. So let us discuss about first cutting force. So cutting force means what? It is the force between the tool and the workpiece. It is the force between the tool and the workpiece along the cutting direction. So here we have here a tool, and this tool acts the force over the workpiece in this direction. So this is our cutting direction, and in cutting direction cutting force is acting. So here this cutting force is acting in this direction. So here in this direction we have cutting force, and then we have feed force. This feed force is exactly perpendicular to the cutting force. So here we can see that if we draw one figure, so this is our FH cutting force, and this cutting force is exactly perpendicular to the feed force. So here this will indicate the FH is perpendicular to the FV. So then we will see feed force. Feed force means what? It is the force between the tool and the workpiece. Again we can say that the feed force, it is the force between the tool and the workpiece along the feed direction. Along the feed direction we get here feed force. Okay, so let us draw one diagram here. So first if we draw one circle, so this is our circle. So here we can say that along the cutting direction there is a feed force. So this is along the cutting direction we have FH, and exact perpendicular to the FH we have feed force. So this will indicate the FV, and then here we get the resultant. By joining these 2 points we get here resultant. So this will indicate the resultant, and this resultant is the diameter of this circle, and this circle is called as merchant circle. This circle is called as merchant circle. So here we can say that in the cutting direction there is a cutting force exact perpendicular to this cutting force we have feed force, and by joining these 2 points we get here resultant of this cutting force and feed force. So here with the help of formula we can say that resultant is equal to under root of FH square plus FV square. So this is what about the first set of force which is acting during the machining processes. So first force is cutting force and second force is feed force. Now we will see the second set of force which is acting over the workpiece during the machining process. So first force is friction force which is indicated by capital letter F, and second force is normal force which is indicated by capital letter N. So let us discuss first definition of friction force. So friction force means what? It is the force in between the tool and the chip in the chip direction. In the chip direction or along the chip direction, we get the friction force. So we can say that in simple language, it is the force in between the tool and the chip along the chip direction. And second force is normal force. It is the normal force acting over the chip. So these are the two forces. Let us try to understand with the help of this diagram. So here we have workpiece, this is our tool, and this is chip, this is our shear plane angle, and this is tool rake surface. So we know that during the machining process, when we apply the force over the workpiece with the help of tool, then there is a formation of chip because of shearing action. Because of shearing action, there is a formation of chip, and here the chip flow takes place over the tool rake surface. The chip flow takes place over the tool surface. So this is our chip flow direction. This is our chip flow direction. And in the chip flow direction, we have cutting velocity. In the chip flow direction, we have cutting velocity. So here we can see that there is a friction generated in between the chip and the tool rake surface, because this chip flow takes place over the tool rake surface, and because of that there is a friction in between the chip and the tool rake surface. And exact this opposite to this cutting velocity, we have friction force. So first of all, we will draw one circle here from this point. So this will represent our merchant circle. So we have to draw here the friction force and this normal force. So exact this cutting velocity, we have friction force. So we have to draw here exact opposite to this, we have friction force. So this will indicate the F. So we have here this angle represent represent alpha. So this will again represent the alpha. So exact to this perpendicular, we have normal force. So this is our normal force, and if we join these two forces or these 2 points, then we get here resultant. So this will represent our resultant. Again, this resultant represent the diameter of this circle, and this circle is called as merchant. This circle is called as merchant circle. So in simple language, we can say that exact opposite to this cutting velocity, we get here friction force. So we have to draw the exact opposite to this cutting velocity. There is a friction force. Then exact perpendicular to this friction force, we have normal force, and then by joining these 2 points, we will get here resultant. So here in simple language, we can say that the friction force is perpendicular to the normal force. The friction force is perpendicular to the normal force. So here we have a rake angle. This alpha represent the rake angle between the vertical line and the tool rake surface, which is called as alpha. So with the help of geometry, this is again our alpha angle. So this is perpendicular angle, and we have to find out this angle, and this angle is known as lambda. Lambda is known as angle of friction. Angle of friction. So we have to find out this angle lambda. So we know that there is one formula, F is equal to mu n. So according to this formula, we get here mu is equal to F by n. Also we know that one formula, tan lambda is equal to mu. So by using these two relation, we get here tan lambda is equal to F by n. Tan lambda is equal to F by n. So here if we consider this angle is lambda, then according to the geometry, tan lambda is equal to front side upon adjacent side. So this is our angle lambda, and front side is F and adjacent side is n. So this angle represent the angle of friction. This angle represent our tool rake angle. Alpha represent the tool rake angle, and this will represent the phi, that is shear angle. This is our shear angle. So this is what about the second set of force, that is friction force and normal force. Now we will discuss the third set of force, which is acting during the machining process over the workpiece. So here we have two force. First one is shear force, that will indicated here with the help of Fs, and second force is normal force, which is indicated with the help of Fn. So first of all, we will see the basic definition of shear force. So generally we can say that it is the force in between the chip and the work interface along the shear plane. So along the shear plane we get here shear force, and second one is normal force. So this is the normal force acting over the shear plane. Okay, so let us try to understand with the help of this diagram here. So here we have the workpiece, this is our tool, and this is chip. So we know that during any machining process when we apply the force over the workpiece with the help of tool, then because of shearing action there is a chip formation. Because of shearing action there is a chip formation. So here we will indicate this is our shear plane, and this angle is known as phi, that will indicate the shear angle. With the horizontal to the shear plane we get here shear angle. So this will represent the shear angle, and along the shear plane we get here shear force, and over this shear force there is another force which is normally acting over this shear force. So we will draw here one circle. So from this point we have to draw here one circle, and along the shear plane we get here the shear force. So this is what our Fs, this is our Fs, and exact perpendicular to this Fs we have normal force. So this will indicate the Fn, and when we join these 2 points then we get here resultant. So this will represent our resultant, and this resultant will indicate the diameter of this circle, and this circle is called as merchant circle. This circle is called as merchant circle, and here we can say that this Fs is perpendicular to the Fn. So this is what about the third set of force. So in simple language we have to draw the shear force in the shear plane direction, and exact perpendicular to this shear force we have to draw this normal force. So from this point we have to draw normal force, and then by joining these 2 points we get here resultant, and this resultant represent the diameter of this circle, and this circle is called as merchant circle. So this is what about our third set of force, that is shear force and normal force. Now here we will see the final merchant circle. So here we have to draw the final merchant circle with the help of these 6 forces. So first we will see the first set of force over the merchant circle. So first we have to take one point here which is considered as a O point. From this point we have to draw one horizontal line, and from this point also draw one vertical line. So here we have to draw one tool. So this will represent our tool, and this point represent the O point. So first set of force is cutting force and feed force. We know that this cutting force is acting in the cutting direction. So from this point we have to draw one horizontal force. So this will indicate the FH. This will indicate the FH, and this FH is perpendicular. FH is perpendicular to the FV. So from this point you have to draw one vertical line. So this will represent our FV. This will represent the FV, and by joining these 2 points, we get here resultant, and this will represent the diameter of this circle. This will represent the diameter of circle, and this FH is perpendicular to the FV. This FH is perpendicular to the FV. So this is our first set of force. Okay, then we will draw the second set of force over this merchant circle. So this is our friction force, and this is normal force. So we know that this friction force is acting exact opposite to this cutting velocity. So this is our cutting velocity, and this friction force is acting exact opposite to this cutting velocity. So we have to draw here exact opposite to this cutting velocity. We get here this is our friction force. So this angle represent the tool rake angle, and this angle is also called as tool rake angle by the geometry. So this is our friction force, and this friction force is perpendicular to this normal force. So from this point again we have to draw perpendicular line. So this is perpendicular, this is friction force, and to this friction force the normal force is perpendicular. So this will represent the normal force, and again we get these 2 point, and by joining these 2 point we get resultant force. So we get here common resultant. Okay, then we will see the third set of force, that is shear force and normal force. So here we know that along the shear plane, this is our shear plane. Along the shear plane, shear force is acting. So we have to draw here the shear force. So this is our, along the shear plane we have to, so this is our shear force Fs, shear force Fs, and exact perpendicular to this shear force we have Fn, that is normal force. So we have to draw here perpendicular from this point. This will represent our Fn, and this Fn is perpendicular to the Fs, and this angle represent the shear angle. So this is what our third set of force. Again, by joining these 2 points we will get here resultant. So this will represent our resultant. So here by drawing these 6 forces we get the common resultant. So this is our resultant, and this circle represent here merchant circle. This circle represent the merchant circle. So this is what the diagram of merchant circle. So here this angle represent the alpha, and again with the help of geometry we get here angle alpha. Then this angle is phi, this angle is 90 degree, this angle is lambda angle, that is angle of friction. Then from this 2 angle we get this angle is 90 minus lambda. Then we have to find out this angle is, if we consider x, then this is our 90 degree angle. So here we can say that 90 is equal to x, then this angle is 90 plus 90 minus lambda, and this angle is alpha, so plus alpha. So here 90 get cancel, and we have to find out the angle x. So here x is equal to lambda minus alpha. So by using this relation we get this angle is lambda minus alpha. So here we can say that by using this merchant circle we know the relationship between the various forces and the corresponding angle. So what are the various forces? Cutting force, feed force, friction force, normal force, shear force, and again normal force. And what are the angles? First one is, this is tool rake angle, second one is shear angle, and third one is our angle of friction, that is lambda. So here what are the advantages of by using this merchant circle diagram? So by using this merchant circle diagram, tool life get increased, and also there is some another advantage. We can say that productivity also get increased during the machining process. So this is what about the merchant circle. Thank you watching for this video.